Morning. It's coast day. So today we're riding all the way from the Safari Lodge here, back through Windhoek to Okahanja, and then headed west from there out to Swakopmund. It's gonna be a long day on tarmac. It's cold this morning too. It's like 41 degrees, I think. I'm gonna have all my stuff on this morning. Oh, and we're gonna take a slight detour this afternoon and see Spitskapa, which we didn't get to see the last time my wife and I were here. So that actually should be really cool.
Well, this doesn't look good. This is the same place we got stopped yesterday. Looks like they got Eddie and Hink this time. At least they're not just messing with the tourists.
That's the same guy from yesterday. I wonder if he's giving a shit again.
Is it the same one?
Yeah. What's that?
Up here, point it this way so they don't see the license plate.
Oh, good idea.
My bike didn't come with a license plate. Has a little registration tag on the side with a plate number and stuff, but you know, no actual plate.
Turned out there was some entry tax that we didn't pay. It's a tiny little border crossing that we came across on the way in.
Hink had to get the policeman, the same policeman that stopped us yesterday, to call his boss, who then verified that there's indeed no way we could have paid the entry fee at the border stop we came through from Botswana. If you recall, it was a little remote and let's just say a bit antiquated. You might remember this bridge from yesterday. I told you we were going to retrace our steps. That said, if I recall correctly, there's a coffee shop on the other side of it, so not necessarily a bad thing.
And that's why he ran in front of you?
Oh, there's a whole carrot cake there.
All gone? No.
No one's even touched it.
Oh man, I want one of those Land Cruisers. I so wish they sold the 70 series in the US. You can't even import them apparently. Don't meet US safety specs or something. The funny thing is though, I've seen them a couple of times around our little town in Colorado before. If I ever catch the owner getting out of one, I've got to ask them how they managed to pull that off. Westward ho, to the coast, the skeleton coast we go. actually tried to mail something internationally at that little post office there the last time we came through. Gave up after 3.5 hours. Africa just kind of works on its own schedule. Look how nice that guy is. Outside of Cape Town and Johannesburg, it is amazing how courteous drivers often are in Africa. In Cape Town, they'll try to kill you, I think, just for sport.
Is the head?
Yeah. Was it only one drop?
Oh yeah, no shit.
You should
Back of my neck. What's that?
Take this off.
Not a bad idea, actually. It's nice when you're riding into the sun, but yeah, maybe that's what's causing the trouble.
Oh, it's me. I took off the GoPro already because that's fucking annoying.
Yeah,
Pulls me
yeah, that's
out.
even worse.
But if you take that off, you're gonna be much
Yeah.
better.
Huh.
I didn't end up taking the visor off just because the shield gets so dusty here that if the sun hits it at the wrong angle without the visor, it becomes really hard to see.
It's got a unique thing with all the massive white dunes. Dusty.
Bloody hell, finally. Look at this place. Maybe someday we can come back to camp here. The road's in infinitely better shape than it was the last time we were here. Like, we could have totally driven this time. Come on!
Is it just me, or does this feel a bit like some kind of arcade game? Believe it or not, a few of us actually got caught behind a couple of semis out here that we couldn't pass for a while. We actually got dropped from the rest of the group. There's Kevin. Looks like he drew the short straw to sit and wait. There's Hank. Nice. So these are the outskirts of Swakopmund, a crazy little Bavarian town plopped down on the skeleton coast of Africa of all places. A couple of fun facts for you. The name the Herero people gave to the area was Ochozanji, which meant place of seashells. The Germans renamed it Swakopmund, or mouth of the Swakop, for the river that runs into the Atlantic just south of town. Swakop, though, actually comes from the Khoikhoi language and is a combination of two words, swa, meaning anus, and kab, meaning poop, because when it rains, lots of brown sludge dump from the Swakop River mouth out into the Atlantic. I'm going to give the Herero people the nod on this one. They might have wanted to stick with Place of Seashells rather than literally naming the town Ass Poop Mouth. Anyway, regardless of the name, I just never quite know what to do with Swakop. It's just such a weird little town. It's like Bavaria meets the Sahara in the middle of Namibia. It's bizarre. I guess it's just that I'm not sure that German severity is what's needed in a place where the edges of life are already so harsh and hard. That looks encouraging. A couple of familiar bikes. You'll notice that at this point we are well practiced at finding a bar, beer, and Wi-Fi. What'd that take him? 3 minutes?
This is cute. This is great. Nice big room. Actually a place to lay out the computer to back stuff up tonight. Oh man, beautiful bathroom. Long day of tarmac, like 400 and some kilometers of tarmac. It's been amazing just in the last, today we went from massive hills and granite outcroppings. Now, Swakopmund, there's nothing. No vegetation to be seen anywhere that's natural. I think that's our last day of tarmac for a while. After this, we're on sand. think starting a few kilometers out of town tomorrow, and on sand all the way down to Cesarium, Sossusvlei. The next day on sand all the way to Betacamp. I think the next day we're going all the way to Auas. I would suspect a fair fraction of the day, at least that's on sand. And I think it's tarmac out to Luderitz, which we may do that afternoon. We're on our own kind of for dinner tonight, so we can choose some different places to eat, or probably I'll end up choosing the same place, but we can kind of figure out where we want to go.